good evening, good evening, everyone. Okay, we might get a few folk to connect with us this evening, but I want to go back and just, first of all, we didn't rewind last week. So I want to go back to the message I preached a couple of weeks ago because I wanted to say some additional things about it. And so it's from Luke, the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 6, verses 20 through 23, which is part of the Beatitudes there in Luke's Gospel. So I want to encourage you guys to go back and read that. That's Luke chapter 6, verses 20 through 23. Now this is not a rewind from last Sunday's message, but the previous Sunday's message. And so I talked about the blessed life, the blessed life. I want to thank Father Hopkins for blessing us on this past Sunday, and which the passage he preached from was Luke chapter 6, verses 27 through 38, which is actually a continuation of what I'm sharing tonight. So again, just go back and read that Luke chapter 6, verses 20 through 23. That's a passage where the scripture says that Jesus looked at the disciples and he said, "Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Blessed are you who hunger now, for you will be satisfied. Blessed are you who weep now, for you will laugh." One of the things that you will find is or that I came across in my reading is that the religious leaders, during Jesus's time were already excluding and excommunicating the Jewish believers, those who were following Jesus. And so they were throwing them out of the synagogue. So listen to what Jesus says: "Blessed are you when people hate you, and when they exclude you, when they insult you, when they reject your name as evil because of the Son of Man." Jesus says that this is strange for us. Rejoice, he says, when all of that is happening, when folk are hating on you, excluding you, insulting you, rejecting you, he says, rejoice, rejoice. Now, how in the world do we do that? He says, get happy, glad, jump for joy, skip like a lamb, rejoice, because great is your reward in heaven, because that's the way they treated the ancestors, the prophets who came before you. And so I talked about the blessed life, about the blessed life. I'm not sure if anybody is connecting, if you're able to connect. Not saying anything come up, but I'm just going to press my way. So I talked about the blessed life, and I just want to go back and sort of rehearse and revisit some of the things that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. This passage, when you look at it, and really all of chapter 6, this passage totally challenges our idea of what a blessed life looks like. I mean, it totally confronts our idea of what a blessed life looks like. It totally contradicts the norms, standards, and expectations for what a blessed life looks like. When we think about a blessed life, now I want you all to think about it and just ask yourselves this question: what does a blessed life look like? Based upon my experience, based on my perspective, my perception, what does a blessed life look like? The Greek word that's translated blessed is makarios. Okay, I'm going to stop this.